distinguished guests, excellencies, respected participants, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to today's seminar on commemorating 32nd anniversary of Khojale genocide, demanding justice. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to His Excellency Khazar Farhadov, Honorable Ambassador of Azerbaijan to Pakistan, and the Embassy of Azerbaijan for giving us this opportunity to host this seminar. His Excellency Khazar Farhadov has served great cause to further strengthen Pakistan-Azerbaijan relations. We wholeheartedly welcome you, Excellency. My special thanks to Chair of today's session, very dear Honorable friend Senator Mushahid Hussain Sayyid Saab, for sparing time from his very busy schedule and joining us here. Senator Mushahid Hussain Sayyid Saab is very dynamic personality and his services cannot be measured in short time. He's seasoned parliamentarian, great patriot, a loud voice for Kashmir, Palestine, and many other issues. I'm also grateful and obliged to the Ambassador of Turkey to Pakistan, His Excellency Mehmet Pagaji, for his kind participation. I also welcome Major General Khalid Amir Jafri Saab in this seminar. He has served in Pakistan military and is now providing his intellectual and academic contributions. I would also like to welcome Professor Dr. Tughril Yamin Saab for sparing his time and joining us today. He is very kind to the Institute and honored to host him, and we had his valued academic and intellectual contribution in different publications and events here in Muslim Institute. I also warmly welcome Senator Waleed Iqbal. He will join us shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, not enough can be said about the historical significance of Pakistan's relationship with Azerbaijan and vice versa. Our tight-knit relations are a product of centuries-old mutual history, culture, customs, religion, geographical vicinity, and common challenges. As a result, we are fortunate to enjoy cordial relations based on mutual respect, cooperation, economic integration, and a common approach towards significant global issues, one of which we are gathered here to talk about. Sadly, though we seem to live in a world where inhumane treatment of human beings on a mass level for selfish reasons is rather becoming too common of an observation, genocides once regarded as a rare occurrence now seem to be a dark reality that we live with. The Khojale genocide of 1992 is one such inhumane atrocity that our brothers and sisters in Azerbaijan had to endure at the hands of Armenian army. It is astonishing to observe that despite the Versailles Peace Conference recognizing Nagorno-Karabakh as part of Azerbaijan Democratic Republic of 1918-1920, this beautiful region was still invaded due to selfish geographical wants. What we see after is a blatant disregard of human life and the Geneva Convention when Armenian military indiscriminately killed Azerbaijanis and mutilated bodies in unspeakable ways. Armenia ethnically cleansed the occupied areas expelling about 1 million Azerbaijanis from their native lands. Remembering such atrocities and such atrocious acts against humanity remind us that even documented records of crimes against humanity and worldwide condemnation against such acts is not nearly enough to deter humans acting in a similar manner again. The inhumane and illegal acts against humanity by the Israeli forces against helpless Palestinians, or likewise Indian forces against innocent Kashmiris, are somber testaments to this fact. Similarly, there are other dark incidents like Jallianwala Bagh massacre of 1919, when thousands of Indians were massacred, the genocide of Muslims in Indian Gujarat in 2002, and 1989 Bhagalpur incident when around 1,000 Muslims were massacred, and many other dark incidents of subcontinent need to be remembered as well when we are here sitting to remember the martyrs of Khojale genocide. Such incidents of our world remind us to awaken the consciousness of the world and take practical steps to bring justice to the oppressed, as well as deter such inhumane and genocidal campaigns. The Khojale massacre has been recognized as genocide by by many countries, including Pakistan, 26 states of the United States, and by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation as well as the Turkic Council. There are 4 resolutions: 822, 853, 874, 844 passed in the United Nations Security Council, which endorses Azerbaijan's stance on Khojale. The brave forces of Azerbaijan made it possible a few years ago to retaliate Armenian aggression and take back the lands of Karabakh. I congratulate the leadership of Azerbaijan, which is carrying out the rehabilitation process in the region, which I myself witnessed during my last visit to Azerbaijan. Remembering such heinous crimes against humanity, therefore, becomes essential to send a message to the perpetrators that in no way can a culture of impunity prevail. We should continue our diplomatic as well as academic efforts so that the countries that have not yet recognized Khojale genocide should recognize it. My respectable fellow colleagues, if the current situation in Gaza and West Bank is indicative of anything, it is that how little influence does the Muslim world have on international relations and geopolitical realities that affect us directly. This rather tragic reality starkly reminds us that we cannot simply sit idle and rely solely upon the intergovernmental organizations. We have to be more active in generating policy discourse and engage decision makers who can bring about necessary and needed change on the ground in order to avoid atrocities such as Khojale and many others. I therefore very much look forward to the following stimulating discussion today. Once again, I would like to thank the respected excellencies and distinguished participants and very honorable panelists. Thank you very much.